You're nailing it. You've stuck the landing. You've stuck the beginning. What's the beginning? It's not the landing, it's the launch, right?
Sure.
Right.
Does people can see my nose hairs on this one.
I hope so.
If people have like a nose hair kink, you're welcome.
You're welcome, everybody. Nose hair kinks. Brought to you by Dolly Densmore. Hi.
That's what we're talking about.
Today we're talking specifically about nose hair and nothing else. I hope you're...
Do I have any?
Strap in. Strap in, get ready for it. No, your nose is... I mean, I imagine the nose hairs are inside your nose. I can't see any from here.
Great.
There are none from
from
this angle. Welcome, Dolly. I keep wanting to call you Dolly.
You can call me Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello. I don't know that. I was a bad musical theater major. I don't know that.
So you were a musical theater major. I don't like musicals. I'm kidding.
Hang up.
I kid. I have a chip on my shoulder about musicals. Tell me about being a musical.
I don't like them either. That's why I don't do them anymore. Ooh, that's staying. Well, there's like... Wait,
I did them in high school.
What parts did you play?
I was in the chorus for Hello, Dolly.
That's why you hate musicals.
Yeah. Listen, I was the boyfriend in the boyfriend, and I can't tap dance or anything. So what they would do is they would put people in front of me. They'd make like a chorus line in front of me, and then I would just do jazz hands like this. And then they were like, that'll do. That'll fool them. But yes, no, I can't.
I can't. This is falling. Wait. I'm trying to be
This
crafty.
Is my favorite part of having Molly on the show.
I'm in a jungle.
She's in the jungle
Whatever,
on
I'm in
Instagram.
A jungle on Instagram.
Good afternoon, super dope fly yogini. Welcome to Instagram. Molly is fixing her hair and her nose hairs.
It's being yeah, the nose hairs are the real problem, but I can't control them.
I kid. I love Hamilton, the musical. I love it. I can't get enough.
Well, it's because you're not a monster. Nobody doesn't like Hamilton.
That's true. It's impossible. It's like Keanu Reeves. It's scientifically impossible to hate it.
Like Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
I can't take Keanu Reeves seriously at all.
Well, there's no taking him seriously.
He's always the one. Like, he's just... Well, in Bill and Ted, then I can.
He's
it's
my
the only
favorite.
thing that's realistic.
I agree with you on that.
You know what a fun musical... Like, I think the most fun musical to be indie...
He sounded like... You know what a fun musical is? Let me tell you what a fun
musical.
Listen, I can make fun of Italian people. I'm 1/4 Italian, ladies and gentlemen, so I will only 25% of the time make a joke about it. Go ahead.
I am, I think, 3% Italian, and I got my equity card doing a show called My Big Gay Italian Midlife Crisis. So I don't know what that means. I don't want to Elizabeth Warren it and be like, hey, the bubba the boopy, but
I think
technically it's in there.
The bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Someone had sex. Sure.
Some Italian relative.
Yeah, somebody stuffed someone Italian.
Indeed.
Somewhere
along the line.
Anyway, Chicago is a very fun musical to be ensemble in because it's such like intense dancing and you get to like scare the audience. That's like the point, is you try to freak them out. Like you do like the Fosse shit and you like stare into their eyes and try to make them uncomfortable. It's
the
really
Diane
fun.
Fosse stuff, like in the jungle.
What?
She was Gorillas in the Mist. Did you see that movie?
No.
Sigourney
you
Weaver?
know who Bob... Okay.
Oh, Bob Fosse. Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, no, I have not seen. I love Sigourney, though.
Yeah, she's great. So you did the Chicago musical?
Yeah, it's regional because I'm not 45 and just made of no fat and muscles. Those are the ensemble on Broadway are like
sinewy.
Yes.
They're gossamer.
You did well in your SATs.
Svelte.
Yes.
I actually did do well on my SATs, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
And just guess what? You cannot do well on your SATs, and look what you can get, and be where you could be if you don't do your SATs. All right.
Do a podcast. I don't know what I got. I don't remember. I don't know. You guys guess what I got up my SATs. You can I'll agree with whatever you say.
Did you
don't
write
remember it
Molly
all.
Densmore or Dolly Mensmore at the top? Because you get 200 points just for writing your name.
I probably wrote the wrong name because I knew I wanted to be a porn star from the 20s
That's perfect.
when I was a teenager. Yeah, that's
Well, it's the 20s again, so the time is here. Welcome, Shy. Welcome, Angie. I'm over here now, says Angie. And Shy has worked with Keanu, so
ooh.
she can confirm.
Just kidding.
She can confirm.
Yeah, I heard he's very nice. Is he very nice?
I've heard such things. Yes, I've heard that he is.
Doesn't he like give somebody a birthday cake? Or I'm probably just gonna not remember it correctly, but it's something like it was like his birthday and he was on the subway and he just gave someone a birthday cake. I don't remember that at all. That's probably not what it is, but I'm gonna decide it's what it is.
I think that's part of Keanu's customary greeting. He just hands you a birthday cake. It says, "Happy birthday. It's nice to see you. I'm Keanu Reeves." And then you just can't help but like the guy. And he knows exactly the flavor cake that you want at that moment. He's like, "Here's a confetti cake, Aristotle, full throttle. I'm Keanu. I know your cake proclivities." And welcome to the show, Molly. I'm very excited to have you on the show, as always. You're a great guest. You're so funny and hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
And you've
Thanks
got
for having me.
And we're going to talk about comedian actors, because you are a comedian actor, and comedian and an actor, and you.
I'm an unemployed comedian actor. But fine. No, yes.
Well, hopefully
I have been.
You have been in the past. You've been known to do some comedy work.
Sure, yeah.
That's fair. Listen, I think you should have platforms everywhere. Not just the shoes.
Be my manager.
I'll manage
you.
you.
You know, be like, look at this. You
I'll
gotta
be
get more Jewish though.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Eee. She's like a fairy godmother over here. Matthew Scott Benjamin, welcome over there.
Do you guys want to manage me?
You
Who
guys
wants to manage me?
Listen.
I'm moving to LA. I need a manager.
I gotta tell you, I can't barely manage my hair, let alone someone's career.
I like your hair. Is this going away?
Thanks.
Okay.
So,
You're welcome.
to quote my band manager, my hair is sometimes unmanageable. She didn't say that about my hair. She said that about our band.
Well.
She was a jerk. She is a jerk. She's got mental problems, I think. Listen, I'm not going to say someone's a total jerk. She probably is dealing with lots of issues.
A lot of the time.
Sorry?
You cut out. What did you just say?
I was in the middle of disparaging my ex-manager for my band, but then I was also backpedaling a little and saying that she's probably got issues.
Yeah, well, I had a manager in New York who I hadn't heard from. We were freelancing. I hadn't heard from her for years or something, and then she still felt the need to let me know that they were like letting me go. And I was like, my friend compared that to like breaking up with somebody, and then they call you to remind you, like, yeah, we're still broken up. In case like, you never needed to do that.
Right, you got the picture. Hold on a second. Let me just adjust some lighting here. It's too bright in here. Sorry, guys. That might have been a weird crotch shot. Or a good one, I don't know.
Well, it's frozen for me. Oh, here we go. So you're on two different time. Ooh, shit. You're on two different like times.
Yeah.
So it really is like I'm having a conversation with you and you're like evil twin. I don't know which one is which.
Me neither. I'm drinking from the cup that my sister gave me for Christmas. Thank you, Veronica. Listen.
Aw.
Tell me about your musical theater background, because I'm curious.
Well, in Chicago, I did kick myself in the face. We've had that. What happened?
And we're back. Sorry, guys, was paused. And we're back. The internet is not a friend to many. So you kicked yourself in the face.
I kicked myself in the face. Speech. Yeah.
Which one? With the lady with the horns? What I'm trying to create. Yeah, exactly.
That
the
one.
lady with the horns on her helmet. The helmet horns.
The Viking, not Aida. I don't know operas.
I ate a sandwich. Listen, I make dad jokes.
You're allowed to, and then I'm allowed to go.
That's fine.
After you do.
I accept that wholeheartedly. I make dad jokes. Listen, to my credit, I don't even have kids. The dad jokes, I can just make dad jokes without having kids.
Well, so when you have will you be doing the jokes? Okay.
Yeah,
This didn't happen.
I'm pushing through some of these technical issues we're having right here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, you came back.
I'm back.
Okay.
I got a
See,
question.
you're the one with the technical issues now. Now I don't feel bad about last time.
Yes, it's partially my fault. I will definitely take the blame. Listen.
Do you guys like this leaf on Instagram? Do I look like I'm in a...
I really enjoy the leaf.
Jungle? I
think the leaf really provides some ambiance in the setting. It feels very Diane Fossey.
I look crazy. Oh. We're taking it back. Yeah, what were you saying? I look crazy to the people on this camera, but I swear I'm just genius on the other one.
Right. This one is more of like, it's more of a voyeur camera because it's like peeking out from the bushes. They're like, what's going on over here? Is there a podcast happening? Probably. Hey, Rumspringa.
Podcast.
There's someone named Rumspringa in the Instagram.
Oh, hey, Remy. What's up? I know him. Hi.
You know what that is, though, right? Rumspringa?
The Amish, when they go fuck and do a bunch of drugs and then usually go back.
Yeah. Because they're like...
being Amish.
They're like, the Stockholm Syndrome in which I grew up in is something that comforts me.
They make great donuts, though. Don't they?
You sounded like the rock biter. I don't know if you've seen the Neverending Story, but these look like big, strong hands, don't they? And you're like,
wait, now, which one is that? I had both of them when I was. The one is with the guy who died. I'm sorry to be a bummer. The Phoenix, one of the River Phoenix, and then the other one is with the kid with the bowl cut.
Yes, the kid with the bowl cut one, where he's like,
the first.
Atreyu, and then the rock biter is like, limestone.
Oh yeah.
The Amish make great donuts, don't they?
That's me. Okay, that's good to know.
That was
that's
my
me
impression. That was my impression of you.
That's very accurate.
I thought it was spot on.
Yep.
So you're in New York right now.
Yeah. I'm in Long Island.
Yeah.
With my parental unit, with one of my parental units, and another with my mom, my stepdad, and my step siblings. That's where I am.
How?
At the moment.
How?
Why?
Correct.
This is very philosophical.
Hey, it's Aristotle Full Throttle. That's what you get 5 days a week at noon on all of the platforms. Instagram. Go to twitch.tv/Aristotle Full Throttle. Also follow Molly at Dolly Mensmore on all of the things.
All of the things. Wait, were there any like smart Mollys? That's not fair. There's Molly Pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Pitcher.
Were there? That's not fair. You get to be a philosopher, and like Molly is like a drug.
That's cool.
Or
drugs
like
are cool.
I think it means like your period in Scotland or something.
Really?
I think so.
Listen, I would like to go back to my statement that drugs are cool. Some drugs are therapeutic. Some drugs
I want
are
to
bad.
try mushrooms. I want to try them. I've never tried them.
I've never. There was one time in Amsterdam, but that's where it stays. But I hear they're good. They're actually therapeutic. The psilocybin chemical can actually help people with... This is an actual study they do. I saw this on a thing. They have Sherpas who give people psilocybin, and then they will sit with them while they have their psilocybin trip, and they'll actually help them change their feeling of well-being and their outlook for up to 6 months at a time. So basically,
I've heard that.
you can go to a psychiatrist, get a psilocybin treatment, and actually have a positive outlook. Your outlook can change and shift, and people report still maintaining a positive outlook for weeks and up to months later, which is therapeutic.
It makes people stop drinking too.
I could hear myself in the background. Is there a thing on?
I have you
Okay.
muted on one of them.
Okay, cool. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I just heard it helps people not drink and stuff. You can have a bad trip, but I think I would never do acid. I don't want to, but I want to try mushrooms. So maybe I'll do it on this podcast. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it at my mom's house.
You heard it here first.
Some Long Island.
Molly Densmore is going to take illicit
mushrooms. I'll do all the drugs. I'll just OD, but it'll be fun. We're talking about musical theater. Are we talking about funny actors?
We're getting to it.
Is that... Well, I wanted to... I felt as soon as you had that idea, I'm very passionate about Kristen Wiig, and I'm very happy you put her on the little thumbnail, because that was... I think she's one of the best living actors, period.
Yeah, she's great.
And I am obsessed with her. And fight me if you don't agree. She's like, because she doesn't. I'm like so horny for her. I can't like for her acting, but also for why not?
You heard it here first.
She's very attractive, but because no matter what she does, it's so truthful. Like whether she's like so subtle or she's huge, she's always. I believe her. And also I think Bridesmaids is one of the greatest movies ever made.
It's hilarious. She's amazing. When she would even do those sketches on SNL where she's like, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Like, that is so difficult to do, where she's like, I'm just kidding. Like, and she takes that like nervous tick of saying just kidding after everything you're saying to like the nth degree, and she can somehow go like make it hilarious and meta. It's pretty great. Just kidding. She
played even the surprise party one where she's like, "Oh my god, I forgot about her face." The best part, she plays it like it's a mental disorder. Like she really just doesn't want to. It's so. God, I love her so much.
She does.
I love her so much.
She's great. She's like in the Californians. So true.
Hang on. I'm gonna talk like that when I move there. Is that what happens?
It really is. And great. I'm not... Listen. I will tell you this for certain.
Listen.
The Californians is the most accurate sketch I've ever seen.
Good on I-95. I don't even know the roads.
That's in New York. But you know what's funny about this? See, but I know that, I think that, I hear that now, and it sounds like you're actually speaking Californian to me. Because I figured it out. When you get on set early in the morning, you get to work, right? And normally, in any other part of the country, people will talk about the weather. They'll say, oh man, it was raining. Oh, I had to dig my car out of the snow this morning. In California, the weather is the same every single day. It's sunny. So when you get to set in California, in Los Angeles, people talk about different back roads. In New York, there's just the tunnels and the bridges. So, there's not much to talk about there. But you could take infinite ways to get anywhere in LA, and people do actually speak.
I'm going to come. I can't. This is what I'm kind of afraid of when I move there, that I don't want to generalize. And I've only been there a couple times, and I know there are all different kinds of people. But I think there are definitely a higher number of beautiful dummies that I'm going to run into, and I am not good at bullshitting, and I don't have a poker face, so I'm going to have to, I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see. I'm just going to, acclimate. On this, I'll just, do it back to them. Oh my god, really? You got the Botox wear, that's so cool. I got it.
I'll tell you this. Your New York will help you here. Your unique New York will help you here. However... I grew up in New York, but now I'm a vegetarian yoga.
Oh my god, that's what my friend did the same thing. She goes on hikes. She was the most New Yorky person ever, and then it changes.
I drive a hybrid, not a Prius, but a hybrid. When you get to California, they just go, here are the keys to your Prius.
Well, I don't even think I'm going to be allowed in because I will be 33 by that time, and I don't think 33-year-old women are allowed in LA. I think they put you in a box and they ship you to Guam, or I don't know what they do, but I don't think I'm going to be allowed in.
Well, Molly, I think your talent will transcend the abhorrent and unrealistic standards of Hollywood, and I think if you're going by looks, you look like you're 17 years old. So in that arena,
I don't think that's true.
I think your skills and your
I
talent
could do
and your
17
comedy,
on Broadway because they're all like 35, but not up close.
That's true. If you were
What
in
if I
Greece,
do this?
I think if you do that and you wear your granny wig, you'll get all the parts.
I was Rizzo in Greece.
And Rizzo, in Grease, in the original Grease, the movie, she was 30 when she played Rizzo.
She was 72.
She was 72.
Stalker Channing was 72. If I let my phone go dark, I don't understand technology. If I let it like go, am I like dark now on Instagram? Or
No,
do
I
I
can
have
see
to
you.
keep touching it? Okay,
No, I can
never
see
mind.
you.
Then I don't have to touch it. Great. Yeah. So I love Stalker Channing.
She's great.
Yeah. That play is the movie's better.
Yeah, I got issues with I just didn't grow up with Grease, and I didn't grow up with some of those things, so like, we won't turn this into my disdain for musical theater.
Well, it's a very toxic message. It's like how she's smoking it, how she's like, it's like, just change who you are for a man and smoke cigarettes and then fly in a car. It doesn't make any, it's very, yeah.
Well, Molly, just change
wait,
who
your
you
sound
are
went away.
for, uh-oh, yeah, your Instagram went
Hold
away.
on. Oh, no, I do have to touch the thing or it's gonna
Can you plug it in?
be weird. Oh, God. No!
Why are so many funny people good at being dramatic?
Hold on. Okay. Oh, I can hear you now.
You left. It says you left.
Okay.
You're gonna have to come back.
I'm sending.
Yeah, send another request.
Hi. Okay, I can hear you. Wait.
Cool.
Oh wait. I'm coming.
Hey guys,
Okay.
just hang out for 1 second because Molly will return.
Okay,
and
there
she's
you are.
back.
Hi.
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 You're
What were
doing
you saying?
great.
Greece, you're traumatized by musical theater?
I was very traumatized.
Did you get beat up in an alley by like West Side Story cast?
I did. I got knifed.
With like a rubber knife with like while they're doing like pot
Yeah.
of berets.
It was like ketchup and like a
Yeah.
retractable plastic knife, and it would. I was like, "God, my shirt."
That's fascinating. I really want to pop my hamstring right now, but I'm not going to.
Can you please pop your hamstrings for everybody? Everybody would like for your hamstrings to be popped. It'll.
Okay. I think it's fine. I don't know if you'll see a cooter. You won't see a cooter. I'm wearing pants for once.
Cooter. What is that? Hey Shy, hey Angie, hey everybody on all of the platforms. You guys can go over to twitch.tv/Aristotle Full Throttle to continue watching all of the fun and all of the Michigas. People don't know what that means here. And
Is it? Well, I'm the Jew and I don't. Michigan. What does it mean again?
yeah,
Michigas. It's just stuff.
Mashugana.
I'm a bad Jew. I'm a bad musical theater person and a bad Jew. Because I'm also, people don't know I'm a Jew. I assume, so this is the thing. I just assume everybody knows I'm a Jew. And then I remember that my name is Molly Densmore.
Yeah.
Which sounds like, yeah, I belong to a country club that doesn't allow Jews. And I found out recently that my name would have been Hunter if I were a boy after Hunter S. Thompson because my dad's a fucking hippie and told me. And Hunter Densmore sounds like a hate crime. Like he sounds like so like he and Brock Turner would like make like swastikas in their SAT book like for funsies. It's just fun, whatever. I was like so happy I was born a girl.
Oh man. Oh, good golly.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm a
Hunter
Jew. I was
Densmore.
bat mitzvahed. I'm a Jew. My mom is a Jew. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So,
That's how it works. Yeah, your mom has to be Jewish in order for the Jewishness to pass on, right? Is that how it works?
It's weird. I know people who consider themselves Jewish and their dads are Jewish, but I guess it's maybe the mom converts. I don't know. I would say it's stupid, but it makes more sense. You come out of her. It makes sense that she would be the one.
She's the one. You're just basically a clone of your mom.
Well, no.
Oh, that's not how it works.
Yeah, they just doubled my mom, and then I came around. That's how, for Jews. Jews are different. Jews, we're like amoebas. We just
you just split and divide,
and we have horns. Yeah,
we undergo mitosis. I don't know if you've heard of mitosis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why are so many funny people good at being dramatic, though?
Pain.
Is it the pain?
That's my simple answer. Because pain. Well, not a lot are, because I think sometimes it's hard to, there's like a block there, and sometimes funny people aren't, like comedians aren't good at it, but like I feel like when they are, they're amazing.
Right. Like Carlos Mencia, the greatest comedian ever to walk the earth.
Is he? I don't think he's even Mexican.
Is he not?
I don't think he's Mexican. I think he lied about literally everything.
That guy lies. He's like what do they call that? Pathological liar. Because like he steals all of his jokes from everybody and then says he doesn't steal the jokes.
I know I used to do college humor videos, and there's this guy, Josh Rubin, who actually, he's a fellow Woodstocker, but he made a college humor video years ago that was like, whenever tragedy happens and a bunch of celebrities come together and sing a song, what is it called? We are the world.
Yeah,
he did one that was like, stop Carlos Mencia. It was,
He's a real piece
of
to
shit.
Society. Guys, look that up. I want to watch that. You know my favorite part about those like ensemble groups where they just take every pop artist of the day and they put them in one big room and they tell them to sing this cheesy song for world peace? My favorite thing about those is that everybody sings it in the style specifically to them. So when you hear, say, like
it only took us a little bit for me to get. I waited some time before I Britney'd. Sorry, what are you saying?
I was hoping Britney would show up, but that's the best part. If you hear one of those things, like Britney shows up, you're like, "Oh, there's Britney Spears," and then like Bruce Springsteen will come in and be like, you know?
Is it? I don't remember her part of that song. She's not there. I need to warm up to her. Yeah.
Well,
I love her.
It's almost like they caricature themselves so that they can like stand out even more when they do that. You know, like, and then like Michael Jackson shows up. He's like, you're like, what? Did he just say words?
My mind is so blown that you told me that R. Kelly wrote "You Are Not Alone." That's so.
You're not alone. I believe I can fly. I'm here with you. Never leave no door.
You need to do a mashup. Nobody will have a problem with it.
I want to get Mike McDonald to sing it.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're off the rails already. Where's Britney?
Oh, Britney, are you okay? I think I don't know. I hope she's okay. It's a confusing time. We don't know. I don't know if I talked about this last time. I think that the Free Britneyers are hurting her a little bit because they're like, anyway, I don't know. It's just Britney. I hope you're okay if you're watching this, and I know that you are.
We're hoping that Britney is okay. This is a podcast dedicated to contact her and make sure that she gets everything that she needs, which is, I don't know.
Okay, let's go. I gotta update it. It's different now. There really is a different. Oh, okay.
I think your eyes have to be like wide open now because she's got.
Now now it's here. So I just want to say that I am skinny as a needle, and if you can see this picture, it's not the same. Okay, she's always doing this.
She's like rocking. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Did you say
Anyway.
skinny as a beetle?
She said I'm skinny as a needle, and a lot of people it's become a thing because it's just you gotta, if you follow her Instagram, right? Everybody needs to. If you don't, it's a treat. And also the best way it was ever put. There's a show with Maya Rudolph, and I can't remember what show it was, but she's sitting with a friend, and the friend says some quote, and Maya Rudolph goes, "Is that Buddhist?" And she goes, "Oh no, it's Britney Spears' Instagram." And she goes, she's like, "How's Britney doing?" And she's like, "Either really good or really bad. I just can't tell." And then they drink at the same time, and it's just so spot on.
There's no way of knowing. It's Britney. Yeah. She's a conundrum. She's just like,
she is.
She's unsolvable.
Because the light, it looks weird. It looks like I have I feel like I should fix it.
I like it. It's very film noir.
Okay. Well, fiddle-dee-dee, I'm in a well, this one, I'm in a jungle.
If you convert everything to black and white and wear like a fake beauty mole, like right there.
I could change the settings.
Change the settings.
You would need to slap me though. There's a lot of slapping. Like, you're hysterical. Like, but I love you. I just can't help it. And then lots of hitting. And then she's like weak. Like, why is that in every film noir? Is like, as soon as a man like holds a woman, she's like, ugh. Like, she just gets no legs all of a sudden.
You know, it's funny that you say that because my friend Greg Benson, who has the channel Mediocre Films, you guys should go check out Mediocre Films on Twitch and follow him on Twitter. Greg Benson points out in every movie from the era from like the 1940s to the 1970s or 80s, there's always a man shaking a woman, grabbing a woman by the shoulders and shaking. Maybe the second half of the last century, all of the movies, there's always a man shaking a woman.
Yeah, and he's like, "I need you to listen to me." And she's like, "What are you talking about, Johnny? I don't know what you're saying." And then he slaps her, and she's like, "I love you," and then it ends. That's
so Stockholm Syndrome-y.
Yep.
You know, politics, Molly.
Okay.
What do you think of politics?
I think we're in a science fiction film, and if he wins, I want to go somewhere. And I was just saying that to my mom. I was like, "I'm leaving. I don't know what to do." She's like, "Molly, you can't work." I was like, "I will figure it the fuck out."
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know.
You'll be calling in from an undisclosed location on the Full Throttle program. Be like, "I'm underground somewhere in Canada."
It just, there's a Mark Maron, speaking of actor, he's a great actor, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's fantastic, but in his special, I think Glow. I've been watching Glow. It's so good.
You should be on
where
Glow.
He's like, do it. I met the cast. Well, I did a class with the casting director.
Yeah.
Seth Kieske. Call me. That's how it works. He seemed to like me a lot. He assigned me Glow, and that got cut. But he in Mark Maron's stand up. Oh, you sound weird. Oh, there it is. He says something like, "If it gets worse than we ever thought it could get, which is really fucking bad, we're just gonna need the people who voted for him to say I'm sorry." Like, oh shit, I didn't think you'd do this. Sorry, which they never would. But it's already gotten to the point that's like, look where we are. It's insane.
Agree with you wholeheartedly. If you're talking about Trump getting elected president again for a second term, I truly feel that we will get to a point of no return. I feel like we're actually there. Like, I don't know if we can go back to being civil after this guy has kind of like literally shat upon all of the values of this country. And watching Obama speak at the DNC, what was it, last night or the night before? Obama, he's like got this backdrop. It's very very serious, very presidential. He's trying to communicate in like a mature presidential fashion, and it just seems so outdated. It didn't seem like it would work compared to what Trump has been doing these last 4 years, sounding like a
I
jackass.
want it to be boring again. I just want it to be boring.
Yes,
I want
please.
to not care. I want it to be boring as fuck. And I want to not feel like I want to know that the president is smarter than me, which, I mean, if Biden wins, we're probably going to get our first female president and our first black female president, and it's going to be dope. And it will just be against our own best interest. It's like, not because we voted for a female.
Yeah.
It's just, that's how it's going to happen. The president's going to fucking die. And it's going to, but at least it'll happen. At least it'll happen. Hopefully, if he doesn't. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I don't
Biden,
know.
you know,
I don't know.
No, I'm serious. I'm sure. I might not make it till November. I mean, look at you, pony show with your Cracker Jack box pony show. What does he even say anymore? I don't even understand what Joe Biden is saying. I don't think he understands what he's saying. He's so old. He's so old. Joe Biden. Uh-oh, you're paused. Oh, there you are.
I'm very sad that the connection cut out while you were doing Biden, but I lost all that. So,
It wasn't.
but I
that
believe
great.
it was amazing.
No, I'm serious. No, this guy's a 10-cent Cracker Jack pony show.
Oh, there we go.
I'll punch this guy right in the Ebenezer nose. I don't know. Like, he says weird stuff all the time, and you don't even understand what he's saying. Ebenezer. What does that mean? Oh, that's the name of the ship in the Matrix.
Yeah, he's very old. Tyler Fisher just put out a really funny video where he does such a good Bill Burr impression, and he just put up a fucking hilarious Biden impression. Look him up, Tyler Fisher. And then he'd better, I don't know, I should be a manager to some of these people. I'm getting them some.
How do we get people to see your hilariousness?
Huh?
How do we get you a TV show, a TV program?
Somebody, please help me. Instagram. I don't know. Give me a. I got it. Do I need to fuck someone? I'll do it. I don't care.
I think that's the way. I mean, traditionally, yeah. I mean, like, if we're gonna,
who is it?
if we're gonna talk actual Hollywood, yeah, that's a thing. That's an.
I mean,
actual
it's
thing
been
that
a
happens.
minute. I welcome it unless they're like a fucking ghoul. I'd be like, you know what? At least it's been a long time since I've been touched sexually. It could probably be nice. Just close my eyes and pretend it's not some like 85-year-old fucking
Harvey Weinstein.
goblin.
You know,
oh God.
I always knew Harvey Weinstein was a creep. I'm going to say that.
Good for you.
I mean, I don't know. Like, obviously, he's preyed upon many people in his life, and it's been awful. But I actually was an intern at Miramax in college, and I could tell you guys, he's a creep. I was like a 21-year-old kid delivering. I'd have to deliver stuff to his office. And
You're lucky that you have a penis in that regard, because anyway,
Right.
Yep, sorry.
He completely ignored me, which is, fine. But yeah, he's a creep. He's a total creep.
Yeah, and now he is pretending to not be able to walk anymore.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time. You were like, why is it that these people are in like prime fighting condition to like prey upon people, but suddenly when they get
As soon as they get caught, Golden State Killer too. He's like, I'm so weak now, and it's like, actually, he has a very high pitched voice. It's very weird. But yeah, it's like you killed so many people, and now you're. But I guess he's very old. I don't know, man. It's very.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for that. I mean, it'll be good for the rest of the world, but I'm sure he's going to get his comeuppance in prison. That guy. I loved that show, by the way. The I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Did you watch that?
I wept. I wept like a. And I also Patton Oswalt's one of my favorite comedians. I mean, I wept when I found that out. I saw him perform at the Beacon a little while, like a few months after, and it was incredible. And I cried there. It was a very especially the way he used to talk about her and just be like, like it's really hard to do comedy when you're really happy, when you're like because he talks about like what a hottie his girlfriend was when she was his girlfriend at the time. And he's like, oh, here, I'll use this. I have a jade roller. Women, men, you don't care. But
What
it's
is
a jade
that?
roller. It doesn't really do anything. It's just something. I don't
You
know.
fix
I
your
feel like
carburetor
it feels
with that?
nice.
How does
You
that?
You shove it up your butthole, and
Oh.
now it's on my face.
That
And
makes sense.
when he's like, oh God, what is he? Oh yeah, he's like, when life's like a muffin basket full of rainbow kisses. Is this thing on? Is this thing? So he loves her. He loved her so much, but now he's with Meredith Salinger, and they seem very happy. But she was such a fucking badass, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's interesting that he, Meredith Salinger, I remember her from The Journey of Natty Gann.
Me too. I had that on VHS.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
I didn't have it on VHS. I did watch it on Sunday nights when I was growing up. They would have Disney Movie of the Week at like 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. and they'd play their Disney movies. And I remember watching that one. And that's my story.
I don't remember it at all, but apparently she made a lot of lesbians know that they were lesbians when they were kids, and I am very happy for everyone. I don't know, I've heard that.
She made me understand that I was a lesbian as well.
That makes sense.
That makes total sense. I'll tell you, it's the pain, though. It is the pain that makes people...
Going back to the... No, yeah, I mean, look at Robin Williams, Jim Carrey. Chris Rock sometimes is amazing, sometimes not, but it's like... Melissa McCarthy is... yeah, there are just so many... yeah. Well, it's the truth, because comedy's all about telling the truth. And if you can get past and if you can, like, dive into the pain, I feel like a lot of very funny people are good at acting. Except for me, and that's why I don't have a manager. I'm kidding! I did the Off-Broadway! And now look at me.
Molly.
Oh, God.
How are your jazz hands?
I'm just going to do this the rest of the time.
Oh, my God. Molly, your jazz hands are dazzling. I've been dazzled.
What's that movie? That's from Bring It On. It's like, they do a lot of jazz hands. Spirit fingers, that's what it is.
I think I watched Bring It On. I think my sister watched Bring It On a lot when I was a kid. Well, when she was a kid.
Good movie.
And I was a young adult.
Kirsten Dunst is killing it. She's a great actress.
She's pretty good.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's pretty funny too, yeah.
She can be funny. Oh, I love her in Fargo. But there are some actors, I think, who are amazing, who are not good at being funny, and that is fascinating to me. Like, Natalie Portman is an incredible actor. I've never really seen her be funny.
Right.
Though, which is interesting.
Natalie Portman is she's a fellow Long Islander, by the way. Yeah, she's not very funny. She's very serious actor.
The SNL, like when she's like doing that rap was hilarious, but that's just because she's inherently so tiny and dainty and like perfect. That like just makes it funny.
Yeah.
Like I've never really seen her be funny in a movie,
right.
Even though she's such a great actress.
I think really good actors are good at being funny when the writing is really funny. I think when the writing is gold, if they just commit to the writing, if they commit to the character, it's funny, the circumstance or whatever. But I think funny people can make any writing funny. There are certain funny people who can take any writing and make it funny. I think.
Ugh, I wish I was. That's hard. It's hard though. If writing's bad, to make it.
It is really
good.
hard. I'd say Bill Murray has a talent, a unique talent of doing that. Like he could say the dumbest lines in a movie, yet it's still somehow funny. I don't understand how that works. He's got some kind of meta ability.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's like that too. I mean, and oh my God, Steve Martin too.
Steve Martin.
They're just they can kind of just.
Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Tina Fey can.
Well, she's not even I feel like she doesn't even really consider herself an actress, but she is just so. Yeah.
It's charisma. Malin Khan chimed in. Malin was a guest on our show a couple weeks ago, and he chimed in. He's charisma. Charisma is the key, I think, too.
Would you say Madeline Kahn was a guest on your show?
Yes, Madeline Kahn. who also is from
Flames,
Long Island and went to
flames.
Hofstra.
On the
Yes,
sides of my face.
Malin. We're gonna.
Oh,
You know what's
okay.
funny? Because his name's Malin Khan. However, I guarantee you he's gotten that in his life. Because I get all sorts of like people call me Aero Pastel, but I'm sure if Malin introduces himself to some people, they're like
stupid.
Madeline Khan. Malin,
But then it's
let us
fun
know
because
if
then you
that's
can do
happened
the flames. She's an opera singer. So no matter what voice she would do, it was always kind of here.
to you. It's always singing.
Wait. Kind of. Get off me. She's, love her so much.
Madeline Kahn.
Yes, Clue. Madeline Kahn and Clue. I like that movie. Like, no, it's a really good movie. I love that movie. But the first time I saw it, during her parts, which her part isn't even that big, and she, by the way, improvised, if people don't know this. The director didn't want her to improvise. And
Really?
she's improvising everything. And she was really, And she is by far the funniest part of the movie.
She's
and
amazing.
I rewatched.
She's amazing.
She's improvising everything, and he didn't like it. And it was apparently like a part of contention, whatever. I rewound her parts like 5 times in a row. The first time I saw it, it was crying. Like when she falls up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the part? Like it's just
she's
like,
transcendent.
The camera's just panning. It's like not for any real reason, but she's just like, and then it. Or when she screams when like what is it, Mr. Green or whatever says something, and then she goes, ah! Like a second, like a minute after he talks to her.
She's unreal. She was an unreal talent.
Gem.
And she's a total legend. And Madeline Kahn, I said Madeline Kahn, but I meant to say Malin Kahn to make the distinction. Loved her in Young Frankenstein, which, yes, also. And Blurred Words loved her. Angie loves her. Same.
She's a legend. Someone on Instagram said she's a legend. Malin
Yeah.
Kahn. Oh, hi, you. Yeah, hello.
Don't tell.
Hello, Madeline Kahn.
Angie said her best friend loves Grease and made that very point to her to refuse to see it. Wait, Grease about the flying car? I'm going backward in time because
about
I somehow lost these
that
comments.
it's a terrible message, but it doesn't matter. It's still really fun. I love Grease. I love that movie, but I also know that it's a terrible message.
Yeah. Oh well.
Both
you know,
things are true.
we live and learn. It's kind of crazy how movies, just culture changes. That's the one thing. If we bring it back to politics again and to this country, the fundamental part, and then we're going to talk about Hamilton because that gets me very excited.
Don't. I have to talk about it the whole time.
The whole point of this country, in particular, the United States, is like there's a document that says this is a living document and it will change throughout time because culture and norms and people change. And the idea of this can last forever. But we understand that norms and culture and everything changes throughout time, but we're going to try to reach an ideal of equality. And that's like the whole point of this country, right? But people seem to not want to get behind that concept. And so when we were talking about cancel culture the last time you were on the show, and the whole idea of, people just got to learn from the mistakes and move forward. And
I get rageful. I don't even know what this says about me because I don't get very rageful at a lot of things. But when people act like that person's canceled because they had slaves or they did this or they did that, I'm like, do you know that you would have had slaves? Like, you can be like, obviously slavery is like the most atrocious thing to happen in history. Yeah. But also, like, you're not better, whoever is saying that. I'm like, whatever you're doing now is what you would have done then. It's the same people who are like, I never would have been, I would have killed Hitler if I saw it. I'm like, no, to like not.
Hold that thought. Sorry. It's buffering.
A terrible thing.
It's buffering. It was buffering just now. Guys, sorry on YouTube. You can go back like 10 seconds.
Yeah, let's end on me being like, yeah, slavery. Yay. What was the last time I was like talking about Michael Jackson? No, I don't remember what it was. It was something where he kept ending on me saying very offensive things. But yeah, when people don't contextualize history, it like trying to cancel certain historical things because of shit that everyone, like, freed slaves had slaves, Jews had slaves. It was it was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm articulating this right, but just when cancel some, like we said, horrific about gay people is, and you can acknowledge that that's true, but also that he's one of the greatest comedians alive. And you can also, like, I love difficult people, and they shit on Eddie Murphy and his homophobia all the time. It's like, I can laugh at that, and I can also laugh at Raw. And it's like, I don't even know if I'm making sense right now, but it's it's a huge pet peeve of mine.
Well, I think here's an analogy I would like to make, which as a very Californian vegetarian, it's funny because 100 years ago, like, food standards were totally different, and child labor practices were totally different, and that changed, and now we have a new norm, and now we don't let 9-year-olds work in sweatshops like in the United States, but we do buy products from countries that let 9-year-olds.
Wait, the sounds. Hold on. And the sound went off. Yes.
And we're back.
Okay, there you are. And we're back.
But someone asked me once, like, what in 100 years will we look back at now and say, oh my God, I can't believe how dumb they were? And
I think of that all the time.
Climate change. Yeah. Like, we know about climate change. We're very aware about climate change, yet we're just letting it happen. And it's killing everything on the planet, pretty much. Yeah. And that's a thing. And also, I think, personally, my own personal politics, I'm not like forcing this on anyone, but I think, the way that we treat animals in the food industry is like abhorrent, yet people are just okay with it right now. But in 100 years from now, they're going to look back and be like, wait, beings treated other beings this way, and it was totally cool, and they just ate a sandwich. Like,
if that's what they're going to, like, when we're old, people are going to be like, yeah, or even just the way, it's true. And I think people are going to be like, when we're old, they're going to say, you just, like, walked by homeless people, like, you just every day, you just, like, you care. It's like, well, we knew it was bad, and we saw it everywhere, but it's just, you just became, like, numb to it. You're like,
that's exactly
that every day. It just was too big of a problem. And I think that they're going to be like, what? How could you be, like, a good person and do that? And it's like, I don't know, like, shit like that. It's totally going to happen.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah. I don't know. People are, it just.
Well, yeah, you make the example that every day, if you live in a major city like Los Angeles or New York City, the highest homeless populations in the country, basically, and you just walk by someone on the street living in a tent on the sidewalk, and you're just like, yeah, this is fine.
Or someone legitimately, like, dying, or, like, are they dead? Like, the amount of times I've been on the subway, I've been like, I think that person's dead. More than once.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is that a dead person? I don't know. And you're just well, going to.
Yeah. Just like, could be dead, could be sleeping. Anyway, I will pay $7 for a Starbucks now.
Yeah. It's just, no, it's very true. It's very true. But I don't know how I even got on that subject matter.
Condyland says, Molly makes a good point. Even now, I don't know the origins of my clothes. Slavery is still a thing. Were the conflict minerals in my tech devices mined by slaves? What about blood diamonds? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, our prison systems, slavery. It's really fucked up. It's a lot of really fucked up shit right now that we're just, because it feels too big for. Like, there are people who are going out every day and fighting really hard for this shit. And they're not like social justice warriors just on, like, Twitter. They're, like, doing it. And I think if those kinds of people, like, if you're doing that, then you could say, like, I never would have stood for that. But if you're not doing that all day, every day, chances are you fucking would just be like everybody else. And if you say that to people tend to get mad at you and think that you're, like, pro horrible things. And you're like, no, you're just, anyway.
No, I think the point is well taken. You're just pointing out that people, it takes a minute for people to become aware of things. It's also, if something's so prevalent, it's just like, it's just everywhere, so we're numb to it.
Yeah, it's too big of a, like, we can vote, but there's, it's
Shaggy Durai just started today. Paying attention.
Voting?
I hope so. Shai says, it's not your clothes, it's also your food, your alcohol, and everything you consume. True.
Yeah, it's hard.
Angie, again,
it's like
all
the good
the things.
Place.
That's the good
place.
place.
The good place. That's like such a good, when they try to
Place.
find the guy who tries to do everything right and he still can't. You really can't.
You can't do everything right. This is a couple years ago. I was seeing someone, and she lives in Portland, and she made this point that, like, she scoffed at something I did, and then I got upset and offended because she was like, "Oh, you don't make your own clothes," or something. It was something like very like scoffing at me for, and I was like, "Look, I'm a vegetarian. I recycle. I drive a hybrid. I do all of these things as much as possible. I volunteer. Like, cut me some slack, Jack. I'm trying to do as much as I can." But still, there are people who have like a higher ideal than anyone else. So it's like, just do the best you can.
Her name was Jack, and that's, well, what did they say? It's like, it's better to do stuff imperfectly than do it. I can't remember what it is. It's like, do a little bit imperfectly instead of doing nothing because you can't do it perfectly or something like that.
Strangely, I understood what you said. I think that makes sense. Like, paralysis by analysis. Don't try to go for perfection. Just go for, this is what I always say, and I think I made this up, guys. You could quote me on this, hopefully. Finished or done, not even finished. Done is better than perfect. If you can get something done, that is way better and more valuable in the long run than perfect a lot of the times.
That's been a big problem for me. I love that we haven't really even talked about funny people. We can talk about it more. I'm a perfectionist, and it's very crippling. It's a very crippling thing. And I think being a musical theater person, or like any like dancer, if you've ever been a dancer, a model, or an actress, you're fucked up. I shouldn't say that. You've had like trauma.
I've been all three.
If you've done it, good for you.
But a dancer, a model, and an actress.
It just says it on your resume. Dancer,
I've not
model, actress.
done any of those things. Maybe a little bit acting, but that's it.
Oh, you paused.
I'm paused. We only got about a minute left on Instagram. Guys, if you want to continue the conversation, go to twitch.tv/Aristotle.
Judgment.
Judgment.
I am talking about I keep leaving Instagram when I say something controversial. What I'm trying to say is that, no, I don't remember. Perfectionism. You were
trying to say
it does take
how
a
much
toll.
you love Hitler.
It's hard. I love Hitler. He's so cute. That's all I must say. He's so cute. Somebody loved that I loved Hitler.
That's amazing. Guys, lest there be any confusion, Molly does not love Hitler.
Yet. I love him. He's like with his little like micro penis. It's like so cute.
Guys,
he had a micro penis.
Just because Molly says she loves Hitler.
He's killed many of my ancestors.
That's good. I'm going to go out on that on Instagram. Just because Molly says she loves Hitler. Amazing. Yeah, now you could turn up the computer and we can have a regular conversation. Guys, hey, we're hanging out here on the Twitch. We're going this little overtime fun.
About how much I love Hitler and how he was a great comic and actor.
He was so great. He was such a great, terrible artist. He was
all of the scariest people are like failed artists. A lot of them.
Yeah.
So we better get our shit together.
I know, otherwise we become like murderous villain dictators. But, it doesn't seem so bad.
I get it. Being
murderous, villainous. I guess they're just got a chip on their shoulder.
It's a big Manson, Hitler, the other ones.
Yeah, Charles Manson. He wasn't bad. He wasn't a terrible musician.
I kind of like. I have to say, I kind of like Charles Manson's music.
That's the next episode you're on. We're gonna be like, was Hitler so bad?
Was he? Like, he was a great public speaker. He had a lot of chutzpah.
The funny thing about that is, like, people go, "Oh, Hitler was such a great." charismatic or he had such a great speaking voice or something. And then you play the clips and he's like, I see you're like, ugh.
Muppet on crack, like.
Yeah. Sound like a jackass.
Hitler was a jackass. You heard it first here.
We did hear it first here, Molly.
You heard it first? Hitler. I don't...
Do you think yeah, we're still trying to get Molly canceled. Angie said, are we still trying to get Molly canceled? Yeah.
Yeah, ask me questions. Ask me questions to try to get me canceled, and we'll see how bad it goes.
I think that's a really good... We should just start the hashtag cancel Molly Densmore. And then people will be... Yeah. And then we just get all the clips of you like, Hitler was like pretty cool.
He was so cute. A little cute little guy.
I think that would be a hilarious like reverse psychology way to get you trending.
Well, yeah, it would make me excited if I got canceled because it would mean anybody gave a shit about who I was. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh boy. Connie Land said, spoiler for The Good Place, but in the show they find no one has gone to the good place after death. Do you guys want to hear the spoilers?
I watched.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet, but I'll read the spoiler. It looks funny. It's got Ted Danson and what's her name? Kristen Bell. She's great. After death years, because the products they consumed, it becomes harder to be a good person. Ooh.
Huh?
She said because of the products they consume, it becomes harder to be a good person.
I don't remember. Yeah. Oh.
Connie Lane says, hey, Molly, nice shirt. It's made of cotton. That's racist. Canceled.
Yay! You can take that clip out of context and then the cotton thing and me saying yay and then just make that go around.
Yeah, it'd be like really stilted. I'd be like, so Molly, what do you think about, and then Hitler, and then you're like, I think it was really nice and it was really cool. Yay!
You wouldn't even have to. It wasn't even that. Wouldn't even be that choppy with some of the shit that I've said.
No, it's pretty direct quotes. No, these quotes are in context.
I guess Hitler's technically... Well, no. I would say, I guess Hitler's technically the reason my family's here. Maybe like I'm here because of it. It's not true, though. I think my great-grandma came here right before. But shit's always been really bad for Jews. Always running away from some kind of persecution.
True.
So...
that's funny because my biological father, is from Dominican Republic, and he's part African. I wonder how he got there. I wonder how black people got to the Dominican Republic. I wonder. So it's funny to me.
This is going to sound...
Funny not in a funny way, though.
To just in a slightly lighter note, this is going to sound like I'm buttering your bread, but it's a genuine statement. I have never met an unattractive Dominican person. If anybody's ever met one, please show me, because maybe if you're like 88 years old, but every Dominican person I met is very pleasant looking. So there's something going on. It's good. Even if it's...
I'll take it.
You're a very glowy people.
The Dominicans, there's a very like mixed, like kind of, there's a very, obviously there you can be white all the way to dark black in the Dominican Republic, which is funny but a lot of Dominican people just consider themselves Dominican. They're like, we're Dominican, we're not going to sit here and say black and white. It's a very distinctly the culture there is very proud of just being Dominican, which is very mixed looking. So it's pretty cool. It's not unlike Brazil where they have like 5 different shades. I guess it's different than Brazil.
There's a lot of like, my name is, I'm Pablo. I just I'm being a Nazi.
Because lots of Nazis fled to Argentina and Brazil.
Yeah. I just did I did a movie a while ago. It was a short that was about being Afro-Latina, and I play a very passive-aggressive casting director, and it's very triggering to watch myself. But it's going to all these online film festivals, and it's really cool. But that's essentially what it's about. It's like, are you Latina? What are you? And she's like, oh, I'm Afro-Latina. Like, it's still, like, do you speak Spanish? Like, why do you look like you? It's very real. A lot of people have that experience. So or like, can you just like straighten your hair really quick? And we were on set, and really, like, it doesn't take all fucking day. Yeah, just all that bullshit that people have to deal with.
Right.
It's a good movie. Watch it. It's called Rizo.
What's a weird thing that you've experienced on set that you were like, that's not cool? Has there been a moment like that, or has it been pretty good?
I mean, like with me or with other people? Yeah, well, I did doing a commercial. There was something that happened that was extremely racist that I had no idea about until after. I will not say the brand, but there was one point where like I was a principal, not to brag, but I was a principal, and then there were extras, and it was an international commercial, and it was an alcohol brand, and different countries have you do different things. Like in one country you can't actually drink it, in one country you can't see the label, like there's random shit, and they would kind of switch out extras, or they'd be like, you guys can go home, you guys can da-da-da, and I just assumed it was like, oh, they just were, on set a long enough time, I don't know, it had been filming a few days, and then I went back and I shared an Uber with one of the other people in the shoot, and she was like, no, it's just because they were like, Black people don't sell in this country, Asian people don't sell in that country, but like really gross. I was like, and I had no fucking idea. It's just like a dumb white person. I was just like, oh, I was like, that's fucking disgusting. I want to take several showers, and I feel bad.
I'm going to jump into a vat of hand sanitizer after you said that.
Yeah. And I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
Well, it's kind of, I've had some weird encounters in auditions and stuff like that where they tell you to. Well, I told the story about Cyndi Lauper firing me because I wasn't black enough, or I was a white guy, so that was fun.
She is a bitch. It's like time after time, but it's fuck you. Cyndi Lauper wants to be racist. Cyndi Lauper. Oh, that makes me sad.
This is my favorite thing about Cyndi Lauper being completely racist, I guess, is what you would call that, is that she was deliberately handpicking people to be in a band so that she didn't look racist. Like, she was like, I'm all about inclusivity and diversity. Get out of here, you're white, or whatever, or you're a white guy. And I'm not a white guy. I don't know if you've seen my face or 100% of my skin. So, like, it's just funny to me that she wants to have this image of, look at me and how woke I am, yet she is, I can tell you from firsthand experience that Cyndi Lauper is she fired me because she's a racist. You could take that in context or out of context, and I will defend it because it's true.
Fucking terrible. I am sorry that happened to you.
It sucked. I lost like $20,000 because of that. Yeah, or I was not able to do that. Didn't appear in the commercial. She fired me.
No more girls have fun ever again.
Yeah.
Want to be racist.
Girls just want to be racist.
Yeah. That's
terrible. I don't know how that goes, but I got to figure that out.
Okay. We can combine if you want. That it was kind of like in an effort to not be racist, somebody did a very racist thing. And I heard about this, that there was a woman who in the apartment next door, she heard, sorry, this is going to get, I'm very interested because I feel like it's kind of what you just said reminded me of it, but it's not as fun as Cyndi Lauper. Even though she's a terrible person, apparently.
She's definitely terrible.
That they heard a domestic violent dispute that was getting really intense and really bad. And this was a white woman. She heard it. And she didn't call the cops. This is really, you don't have to answer this. This is too much. I'm really curious. She didn't call the cops because she didn't want to be a Karen.
Right.
because the couple was black. And then her friend asked her, if they were white, would you have called the cops? And she said yes. So it was like in an attempt to be so woke, she actually did something very racist. And I'm like, that's kind of like, it's such an interesting mark of the times. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's true. Yeah. It's almost like an overcompensating. But in defense of that, had the cops shown up, if you're black, there might have been more of a consequence because of it. So maybe they were, there's sort of like a overcompensatory benefit to that, if that makes any sense.
What if the lady got like killed or something?
Yeah.
It's a toughie. Sorry to be a bummer.
Yeah.
I was just really curious. It's just
comedy. Comedy.
People and movies.
Did I mention this is a show about comedians?
Hey, that was on a comedy podcast and they were talking about it. So,
Yeah. Well, we also mentioned that comedy comes from pain, so.
Comes from pain. Comes from the pain.
Blurred Words mentions maybe we should change the lyrics to bitch after bitch, I guess. I don't know if that's
Bitch after bitch.
I don't like saying that word, but yeah, that's fine.
Don't like saying bitch?
I don't say it unless I'm referring to a dog.
Well, that's even me. What did that dog do to you?
That's just a name for a dog.
Who you really call dogs bitches?
Not really, but sometimes it is a joke. I'll be like, look at this bitch. And it's a female dog. Listen.
I had a bitch in my room the other night.
Yeah. But it's just a term. If you're like a farmer or a sheep herder, you're like, bring out the bitches. It's a technical term like a donkey is a jackass. Same thing. If you're listen, I used to be around a bunch of veterinarians, and they would say it all of the time because it was a joke. They'd be like, "Look at this bitch," because they're vets and they're female dogs. Not the vets. What I'm trying to do is double down and cover my ass on this one.
I used to want to be a vet when I was little, and then I realized that like the animals tend to not like going to you, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. I just wanted to swim in a sea of puppies who love me.
I think that's usually what veterinarians do. They just swim in seas of puppies. That's kind of the job. Let's sing the chorus for Time After Time. I'll play the chords and then you can sing it.
I don't know.
If you're lost and you look and you will find me. Wait, F add 9.
I don't know.
Yeah, let me find the chords here. Yeah. I don't know how to play that. So I'll play that.
Wait. We can also do that.
Yeah. B after B. How does it go?
B after
you're lost and you know and you will find me. B after B.
I'm racist. You don't look like enough. I thought we'd cast a black guy.
What is this brown dude? What is this white guy doing here? Wait a minute.
She just said that. What is this white guy doing here?
She said you're a white guy.
That's so weird. It's not even just racist. It's also very weird.
Me saying that to people, when I say that, and then that feeling that people, I could see the feeling people immediately getting when I tell them, I'm like, and then Cyndi Lauper said to me, I don't want you because you're a white guy. And then I go,
high pitched. What does her voice sound like? Isn't it kind of? I don't remember what she
No,
sounds like.
sorry. I don't want
You're
you.
a white guy. Why do we have a white guy here? I don't really know what
I
he
don't
sounds like.
want you here. You're a white guy.
White guy.
Yeah. She's so unusual and racist. Yeah, guy. I don't know how we got on this tangent, but it's hilarious. What if Britney Spears?
Yeah. Time out.
I actually lost my voice yesterday, so it's not. It kind of doesn't really affect Britney, actually.
If you're lost and find it, you're a white guy.
I have to do. If people want to do requests, I could Britney different songs. If that's the thing.
Britney is so good. Yeah, let's see. Toxic. You know my favorite Britney Spears song is Womanizer. Womanizer, y'all. Womanizer, baby. Oh, womanizer.
I like Britney songs that are not Britney songs, though. But that is a great song and a great product. I will endorse them. Anybody knows what I'm talking about, they are female.
You Are Not Alone by Britney Spears?
No. I ruined it.
You're not alone. I believe I can fly. You see me running through that open door, yeah. I wanna leave my conservatorship. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of took a left. It took a turn.
What if Britney sang WAP?
How does it? Well, that's kind of like rapping.
Certified freak, 7 days. Britney, bitch. Got that wet. Make that pull-up game leak.
There should be like a cutaway. If you put on the blonde wig and then did like a Britney impression, you just cut yourself into the video.
Yeah, that could be. Oh, well, actually, I know somebody who did that with a Karen thing. It was very funny.
Oh.
She's my friend. We get confused for each other all the time. So
really?
They probably. I have a friend named Camille. We have nothing. We're a similar size, and we both have like bobs and bangs, and we both do comedy. But other than that, we don't really look alike. But it's constant that people get us confused. So, and she's hilarious, and it's an honor. And she has a great butt, so it's even more of an honor. I hope you're watching, Camille. I love your butt.
Camille, where is she your twin? She's your evil.
She apparently is my. I've done some. We did a Bernie and Elizabeth Warren sketch. God, I miss those days. We did some of that shit. We've done some stuff together, but I think get confused a lot.
Well, there's none other than you're inimitable, you're unique, you're Molly Densmore, and Dolly Mensmore, and also Britney Spears too. Racist after racist.
I think I can't do the whole thing now, but my favorite. I think this guy is like a famous guy, Mike Lawrence. He's a comic. He's like got big since then. But I think the first time I ever did stand up, and I asked I was like, "What's like the worst song Britney Spears could sing? Like, just do it. Give me a suggestion." I think it was him, Mike Lawrence, shouted out "Old Man River," and I was like, I'm in love with you.
Do it, or amazing. No, nobody knows the trouble I see.
Well, okay, Old Man. I don't know what key she has to start in.
Old Man River.
It's really going to be quiet, so I'm just.
Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. Just keeps rolling along.
There was. Thank you.
She's so.
Please manage me.
Yeah. Listen, you can have another Britney Spears. You can have twice as many Britney Spears if you get Molly Densmore on the docket.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this? F major 7? That's this chord. Oh, that's a weird chord. What's this? I'm not gonna play that song. It's too jazzy.
Old Man River?
Nobody knows the treble obviously. No, I don't even know what key that's in. I give up before I begin. Yeah. What's another guys? Do you have any requests for Britney Spears here?
I don't. I'm bad at music, so don't get mad at me if I don't know
You're bad at music.
Clearly, I'm bad at music. I love Britney.
That was amazing. Hopefully, let's see.
I just don't know songs.
You know all of the songs. Come on, we're gonna put you on the spot,
Okay.
and we're gonna make you dance, and we're gonna throw golden silver dollars at you. Let's see.
Very anti-Semitic, Aristotle, and
Is it?
we're full circle, throwing pennies at.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can. I want them. I need money.
Cancel Aristotle Full Throttle is what comes out next.
Okay. What if I just take over? Like I'm just in your house. You're all of a sudden.
Yeah, we just like make it full screen. Here, I'll just move you over to the center here. That was a visual trick on all the platforms. All right, let's see. Candyland says, I have a twin. We're fraternal. People find out I have a twin, and then they ask if we're identical. I say no. Then they go, aw, that's too bad. Every time.
You're like, I had nothing to do with this. This is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah, that's
strange.
always funny when people kind of get upset about your circumstance and you're like, wait a minute. Why are you upset about that?
Weird. It's like, well, you guys can't share a brain as well. What does that even mean? You can't be the Olsen twins. Are they fraternal, actually? I think they are.
The Olsen twins are fraternal, yeah. Even though they used them to be the same character, which is bizarre. Angie requests The Little Mermaid. Look at this. Or wait, I started to sing the song, the duet.
Oh.
Go, do it.
Look at this stuff.
I have something in my throat, which also doesn't really hurt, weirdly.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Why didn't you say my...
I'm like making her very low.
Connection, the collection's complete. Why didn't you say I'm not a girl? Not a woman. I believe I can fly.
Half a fish.
I'm not a girl. I'm half a fish. I have a fish pussy, but guys still wanna have sex with me. It's weird.
That is weird. All these guys are like, Ariel's so hot. I'm like, she's a fish.
What's the guy with the chest hair? Or is that the... Oh, I was thinking of Gaston, but that's Beauty and the Beast. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Gaston.
Derek.
You know, I was singing the song by Aaron Neville and Linda Ronstadt. I don't know much. I can't do it. I don't know much, but I know I love you more. I can't do it. I can't do it, but it's... Yeah. It's funny. Aaron Neville has an amazing voice. He sounds like a trumpet with like a mute on it. He sounds incredible, but it's kind of also very funny at the same time if you listen to him, because he's like, I don't know. I don't want you to look at me when I do it.
Okay, wait, I have to pee really fast. If I run and pee, can you keep doing it?
Yeah.
Working on it? Okay, that should be perfect when I'm back.
Need to know. See, I'm in 4 different keys right there because I'm not a singer like Aaron Neville is. Angie, you don't like my Gaston impression? My Gaston impression, I've been working on it for all of probably about 3/4 of 1 second. So I think that's long enough to get good at a Gaston impression. You dated Aaron Neville's grandson in middle school? Did he talk like this? Hey, Angie. He's got like an incredible like horn voice. Most control I've ever seen over a singer. The Neville brothers, Aaron Neville, one of the greatest singers in American pop music. But he sounds like a... It's beautiful. It's melodious. It's very pleasing to the ear. But also when you think about it, it sounds very ridiculous. Hey, how'd it go?
It all came out.
Wonderful.
I just never came back.
She's gone, everybody. She fell in. Yeah, you probably should just do a whole series of Disney songs as Britney.
Britney, Disney. But it's yeah. It's a tough time for Britney now. I don't know if it'll make people happy or bum them out.
A whole new world. A new fantastic world. If I was a better singer, I could do it. What's that?
We could do duets.
We should do an Aaron Neville and Britney Spears duets. Disney songs.
Yeah.
Disney edition. But they're all, we changed the lyrics to all be like anti-Cyndi Lauper.
Sure. I'm down. Let's make an album. Let's make this shit happen. What else are we fucking doing?
Yeah, there's really nothing else to be done. There's really, in this time, I'm going to try to bring it back around again. In this time of...
Ow. Trying to be serious.
You fall.
Okay. Right, I like falling is so fun. Wait, just start talking.
Do you do pratfalls? Yeah, I'm like serious. Right now, America is facing a very tough election. It's really important that we come together.
We will be the second Rome. We're all going to die.
If we want to hold on to the values of this country and move forward.
Falling is so fun. You need to, Jessica Kirsten, I don't think you know who she is either. Like, everybody, if you don't know who she is one of the funniest people alive. Not enough people know who she is. If you follow her on Instagram, like, she follows me, and it makes me, like, so happy. But she, like, and I met her once, and she was like, hi, I recognize you. And I was like, I love you. And
and then you fell.
She does this thing. Well, she'll just go random places, and she just falls just wherever. And it's, like, the funniest... It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, she'll just go up, like, in front of, like, she'll be in, like, some town in Prague or anything. Like, there was one video that I can never forget because it was so funny. It was a bunch of kids, like, singing and cycling, and I don't know what the fuck they were. They were just like, oh, we are children, we are singing, and they were, like, juggling. It was very weird. And she just walked in front of them and just fell. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Yeah, look her up, people, if you want to giggle.
That sounds amazing. Now we need to hear Britney singing Let It Go.
Let it go.
That's a hard song to sing. So even
listen.
Let it go.
Well, she does. She has all these. There are Britney covers of, like, she's done Rolling Stones. She's done, like,
I can't get no status when I'm driving in my car, and this girl comes on the radio. She's telling me more and more. Yeah, she's like, oh. I need to warm up more. Sorry, I have her in one. But she actually has covered that song.
That's amazing. Just be as good a singer as Idina Menzel. But as Britney, as Idina Menzel. Adele Dazeem.
Yeah.
The inimitable, the beautiful, the wickedly delightful Adele Dazeem.
Oh, God. Scientology just got to him.
What does it do to the brain? Are there any...
Yes, because she's such a good actress.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. One of my favorite parts of Mad Men is they're smoking weed, and the camera just pans to her, and she just so subtly is just like, I'm really high. And it's just, like, one of the funniest. Ass off. Yeah, she's very funny.
Yeah. She is a really great actor. And she was married to Fred Armisen for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it did not work out. Now he's with Natasha... Not Leon. Yes, Natasha Leon.
Natasha Leon.
She's how do I get into her? She's like she's a hot lady, but she's an old Jewish man all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's like this. The Russian doll and the thing in there.
She's very funny.
Hearing their sex must be really interesting. Like two Muppets.
He's probably like, is it, I was really, it's really interesting. Yeah.
Like, hey, you just put it in my, just put it.
Fred Armisen. But if I was, yeah, great. He's always like fully committed to whatever he's doing in that moment and just goes with it, which I need to learn from Fred Armisen on that. I need to get better at that.
Do you want to do an audio sex tape of Fred Armisen and Tom? I have to listen to her more, but I know she sounds like an old all the time. I need to get back because she's so hot that she's always like, this, and it would be this, and then, I'll get it.
I think you've got it. I think we've done it. I think we've done it all.
It's raspier.
But I'll just stick it in. Like, we'll figure out something. It'll be very arousing for everyone.
Oh, one of my favorite parts of Portlandia. If you guys watch Portlandia, it's one of the greatest shows. Carrie Brownstein is my spirit animal. She is my idol. I want to be Carrie Brownstein.
One day.
But the best is when they do the put a bird on it sketch or whatever, and he's like, I hit my face on the side, and then I hit my tooth, and I bounce. I could see this being very dangerous. I don't know. He's very funny.
I haven't seen that sketch in a long time, but I do remember. Look, there's a bird. Look, put a bird on it.
Put a bird on it. Just go ahead. Use flower pot. Put a bird on. Put a bird on it. I can't talk anymore. I think I'm out of words to say. Molly, take over.
Hi everyone, I'm Aristotle Full Throttle. This is what I've always sounded like. Who likes movies? I have curly hair. Cyndi Lauper's an asshole.
Yeah.
I think they thought I was you.
I felt like I was watching myself. I'm gonna die on the Cyndi Lauper hill. It'll be great. Every talk show, if ever I'm on like a talk show or anything, I'm definitely gonna bring it up, and I'm definitely gonna just like, and people are gonna be like, "You're such a jerk," and I'm like, "Nope, it happened." So I'm gonna tell everybody about it.
I don't think I've ever had a famous person do something that made me like mean to me. I don't think.
Not even Harvey Weinstein.
Unfortunately, yeah, I guess I'm not hot enough. Damn it.
Don't sell yourself short, Molly.
Thanks. If
Spot
anybody
on
like
impression.
the Harvey Weinstein me, I'd be like so grateful. So stupid.
Like,
No,
you're not up to Weinstein standards. Don't say that.
yeah. It's terrible. No, I mean, I feel like I weirded out Christina Ricci, but that could just be me projecting.
How could you weird out Christina Ricci? She played Wednesday Addams in The Addams Family and The Addams Family Values.
I love her. I saw her once when I lived in Williamsburg, and she was very pregnant and waiting on like a meat line or something at the grocery store. And I was like, that looks like Christina Ricci. That's Christina Ricci. And she kind of looked at me like, and I was like, and just like walked by. It wasn't annoying. And then I did a featured extra role on what's it? I don't even know what it's called. The Zelda with a Z for Zelda or something. It's how I got in SAG. I don't remember. Zelda when she plays Zelda Fitzgerald. Something. Anyway, I doing a Charleston next to her and dancing next to her, and that was the gig. And when they would cut, I'd be like, I want to say something to Christina Ricci, but I was way too terrified. So whenever she looked at me, I just smiled like a lunatic. So pretty much just like, I love you so much. Yeah, and she's so tiny, and she has a big, beautiful head. It's just tiny, and then just touch her head.
She's got a big pie head. She's got a big pie
But it's
face.
a beautiful one. It's just like, it's not, I shouldn't have said she has a big head, but it's a beautiful head, and she's so pretty and little, and you want to put her in a box.
It's a beautiful head. It's like a giant beach ball on a popsicle stick. It's wonderful.
Kind of. She's so tiny. She was like this size next to me. I mean, I'm a smallish person, and she was like.
She does seem very Natalie Portman sized.
We forget how tiny so many people are on.
I do forget until I get on set and I'm 6'3" and I see actors, and I'm like, oh, actors are all 3'4".
I think I've been told that I look tall in pictures, and then it's fun because I'm like always a disappointment to people. That's what they're like, oh, huh, guess you're kind of limmy. You're a nugget. Like, sorry, it says my height. And they're like, I know, but I still thought you'd be taller for some reason. I'm like, okay.
You know, it's funny that, sorry to disappoint you. That's the first thing you say. Sorry to disappoint you about my height.
My genetics. I'm exactly average, which for the world average, I'm 5'4". I think in America it's like a teeny bit short, but I'm a basic bit when it comes to height, apparently.
Oh, come on. You're perfectly normal. The funny thing is, on Long Island particularly, I feel like a lot of times, because I'm brown-skinned with curly hair and whatnot, I get a lot of looks, I get a lot of questions. I've made TikToks about it, I joke about it. But I honestly, it's kind of that weird expectation that you're saying people expect you to be taller from your pictures or something. Like, I feel like when I walk into a room, particularly in certain pockets of Long Island, I feel like just kind of having a disclaimer when I walk in the room. Excuse me, everyone. You may be wondering why I'm not white. And then I feel like I have to like preface my existence and kind of roll out the red carpet of explanation.
Why I'm not white. If you ever have a comedy special, that it's a very good title.
The opening line, walk out. Hello, everybody. You might be wondering why I'm not white. Like, isn't that like the first rule of comedy? You go out there and you make fun of probably everyone's first impression of you.
But sometimes it's like hacky and it's tough because we have a false perception of ourselves a lot. Like, I would hate when guys who aren't that short or aren't that fat or whatever be like, I'm a gross, short, fat person. And then we have, as the audience, kind of hate you because we're like, well, I'm shorter than you. So what are you? I don't know. But I did, I would always have to wear my hair down because I had a joke about, I would generally open about looking like I'm from the 1920s and how like, my therapist told me that I look like I'm from the 1920s, and like, do you know how hard it is to talk about your depression when your therapist thinks you're from the Depression, and have to do this whole thing and do like a Charleston and and I don't even remember my act anymore. But I had to, and then the era had to change. It's like, it's so stupid when I'm like, I have to keep my hair short so I can keep this bit in, and if it gets longer, I have to make it like the 30s. And if I wear it up, I just can't do it.
Right, you'll have to progress through the 20th century with your hair grows. And you're like, look, it's the 60s. Woo! Look at me.
Yeah. Look at me. But that is a gist that I've gotten, like, it's worked. That's like, you look like it from another time.
You look 100 years old. Condyland concurs. You do look. That's your vibe. This is the 1920s porn star, Dolly Mensmore.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's my brand.
Congratulations on getting the vote. When was that? 100 years ago? 110 years ago? Getting the vote? The 19th Amendment?
Oh, was it 19? I can Google it, but let's just not know. Let's be mysterious.
Funny thing about Trump coming out and saying that he's going to pardon Susan B. Anthony is hilarious. How tone deaf is that? He's like, hey, lady who broke all convention, broke the law at the time because you were trying to make a point by voting illegally. I'm going to allow. You know,
saying it here. I'm saying on getting recorded. I don't want him to suffer. Just
if he caught the coronavirus and got real sick and then died, I would feel relief, which is so sad. And that's just honest.
I know. I feel bad because I really, even if people are terrible, I don't feel like it's healthy for the soul to wish some. And then we'd have Pence, but like, whatever. I feel like Pence is just normal evil. He's like he's gayer than a handbag full of rainbows. It's very dangerous, and repressing that. Go, just let it go. Just fuck. You know how happy you would be. You would stop calling your wife mother, and you could just go, just live, just be like a village person, just live your truth.
Sad. He's got such a punchable face.
Yeah. I love that Pete Holmes said he looks like a clear gummy bear.
Yeah, he does.
Cute.
You know, it's
such a good
what.
joke.
Similarly, Jerry Falwell died. Jerry Falwell, and Ange would know this because she's living in New Orleans. When Katrina hit New Orleans, he was like, "Well, that's because of the gays and the homosexuals, and that's why the God struck down New Orleans." And he would say stuff like this all of the time. So when he died, I was like, "Ding dong, Jerry Falwell's dead," and I was like dancing around and tweeting about it, and I'm like, "Yeah, Jerry Falwell is dead, less evil in the world," and people would comment, "How dare you be happy that someone dies?" Or like, "You're really happy that someone is dead?" And I'm like, "Yes." I'm really happy that Jerry Falwell is dead. That was
Well,
a
it was like
very
Osama
happy day.
bin Laden too, but like everybody celebrating a death is creepy, but it's also like, yeah, good. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I mean, everybody dies anyway. Everyone dies. This is a fun comedy podcast.
This is hilarious.
Bro,
All right, let's go down the list. Jamie Foxx on the thumbnail.
fucking
Great actor.
fantastic. He's very manic. Like, he's so talented, but if you see him like just talking or interviews, he's very intense.
Oh yeah, I saw that him pitching the Tyson movie, and it was like a emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, he's a lot. And he's also very talented. Great.
You know, it's funny. He recently just broke up with Katie Holmes, and you know what's funnier than that? He was going out with Katie Holmes, and I had no idea for 5 years.
I saw Katie Holmes at a dance class when she was going to be in something. I have no idea what happened, but I was in a dance class and she was there with her giant sunglasses and her manager or someone like showing her like the dance classes. And I was like, huh, there's fucking Katie Holmes. That's the whole story.
That she'll be around.
She attaches herself to some interesting dudes.
Interestingly, though, Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx was so like quiet. It was like deliberately private, and which I find that a strange relationship because Jamie Foxx is friends with Tom Cruise, and that's got to be weird at dinner. Wow. That's got to be a weird like visitation day. Hey, Tom, coming to get Shuri.
Do you know they're still friends? You don't know.
Maybe, I don't know, but they were friends when Tom was married to Katie Holmes, and then Jamie Foxx was with Katie Holmes for about 5 years.
Here's
recently.
the scoop, kids. What's going on with Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes?
Years ago.
We're totally page 6 right now.
Page 6.
Angie brings up Terrence Howard. Yeah, Terrence, I think she's referring to that interview where Terrence Howard was like, "I have discovered the platonic lines of the gravity, and I can explain the universe without gravity." And you're just like, "All right, Terrence Howard, tell me again about." He's the guy in Empire. Empire's an amazing show.
So fucking dumb. Actors are dumb. All actors are dumb. I'm saying that as an actor. I'm dumb too. Don't listen to us ever. We're fucking psycho. Don't trust an actor.
Fair enough.
Never.
Yeah. You know the thing about actors, sometimes actors are smart, but most of the time, in my experience, I have encountered many actors who are not.
It's such a bummer because I feel like there's an emotional intelligence. Well, this is going to get me in a lot of trouble too, but I think musicians have a similar thing that sometimes great musicians, like they get so good at it. I mean, like, this is no offense to you. I'm not throwing shade.
What's I can't rap.
That was good though. But they sometimes it's like they're not so good with the words, so they communicate better through music. Sometimes that's how that happens. I dated a musician. I fucking know. So it not always, but sometimes. Like, and I didn't say, I'm quoting someone else, but they said something like, "Have you
ever had a dream?
Huh?
Have you ever had a dream?" No, it's an inside joke. Go ahead. Sorry. Maybe one person will laugh at that, but go.
But he's like, "Have you ever heard Jimi Hendrix talk?" He's like, a guitar is kind of like a piano, but with strings. Like, I don't remember what it was, but it's kind of like, you're like, you don't meet your heroes, I think is the point. And some actors have amazing emotional intelligence, but you try to talk to them, and I don't know. Most of my friends are actors too, so I'm just saying this.
You know, it's funny that you say that because one of my favorite quotes is from Jimi Hendrix, and it's nonsensical, which is, I love the sound of when I put a Fender through a certain amplifier because it sounds like jelly bread. Yeah.
Amazing. This also, this will get me canceled if we want to. I think I said this to you once before, but that I fucking love Beyonce. Obviously, she is our queen. I would never say otherwise. But sometimes if you hear her talk, she's like, in my past life, I think I was a mermaid. And you're like, okay. Okay. You know, it's just, like, that's why I think she's pretty, she's very selective with what she puts out there.
She's a genius, but...
She is.
Well, Jimi Hendrix for us, but Beyonce, yeah, she's yeah, she could sing, she could dance, she can entertain, though yeah. Hail, let's just put it at this. Angie says, all hail Empress Beyonce. Yeah.
No, I 100% agree. She is our queen. She is, and she should be. And she has a great message. And I think she is smart. I think it's just that, like, it's a different, everybody has their own kind of smart. And I think with people who have been singing and dancing since they were a fetus, it's just like kind of a different reality.
Yes. Yeah. Like she communicates with the world. Here's my favorite thing about Beyonce. She's like, oh, what's this behind my ear? A 17-song album.
Have you seen the new one?
I have not yet. I want to like sit down and then put it on the screen and blast the stereo so that I can experience it. But yeah, she's kind of incredible.
Well, it's also like the visual. It's too much. It makes me feel like I failed as a woman. I failed as I have a hard time watching her because I don't understand how we're the same species of anything.
I think she probably has some alien DNA.
Yeah, with some QAnon or whatever bullshit.
She's she got struck by lightning in a laboratory underneath Virginia one time, and then and aliens had something to do with all kinds of things.
Yeah, wow. I agree. Well, even just watching her perform, like she fucking sings live and she sounds amazing and she's dancing like that and it's going on and on and on and on. I'm like, I danced for a little bit before. I danced like nobody was watching. And I did. I danced like some people. Like I had some technique, like so don't judge me. But I was winded after like a second of dancing. Like she's doing it. Granted, I'm out of shape, but she fucking I don't get it.
She's incredible. I was just
I'm
going.
Yeah, okay.
And she does the thing.
Are you okay?
I'm just having a seizure.
You've had a stroke and a seizure today. It's a big day for you. Out.
I think we did it all. I think we covered it all. I mean, it's best to end on Beyonce.
Yeah, not Hitler.
You know, they're both very talented in their own right. I mean, Beyonce is like the Hitler of pop music. Like she's that level, you know.
Yeah.
Talented.
When I think Beyonce, I think you go right to Hitler.
I think she would have given Hitler a run for his money.
No, I think even Hitler would have been like, "Well, I hate everyone, but this is pretty." Gotta give
Hitler's
it to
like. He's like, I am the superior race, but inferior to Beyonce. There's no question. Oh, good golly.
Is anybody else, when they picture Hitler, I always picture him with his hair flopping around. Like, anything he says is like, it's flopping. And a lot of people try to replicate that haircut. Like, a lot of the neo-Nazis, like the fucking, what's his name? Oh, God, Richard Spencer. A lot of people have that haircut. It's like buzzed, and then it's like floppy. It kind of looks like a like modern Hitler flop head.
Awful. You know, speaking of Schadenfreude, I think it's funny every time Richard Spencer gets punched in the face. I don't condone violence. I would like everyone to know that. I abhor any kind of abuse or violence or any kind of attack on another person's person. But every time Richard Spencer gets punched in the face on
great.
camera, it's so satisfying.
Some people are asking for it. That's like, you have the right to wear a swastika, but somebody also has the right to see that and punch you. So you have to know. One follows the other. I don't,
Yeah, I don't condone it, but I enjoy it.
I condone. I'll say it right now. I condone punching Richard Spencer in the face. His stupid fucking face. I would do it if I could.
And on that note, I think we should all, in our minds, punch Richard Spencer in the face. Molly, you're a revelation. You're an incredible talent. The world needs more.
Canceled? Am I canceled?
Hopefully we can get you canceled before, at the start.
Okay.
We're trying to get you canceled. Let's get Molly canceled, everybody. Cancel Molly Densmore. Make that trend, and then people will find out who you are, and then how much you love Hitler.
Hashtag Molly loves Hitler.
Guys,
thank you.
for legal reasons, I'm going to say these are all jokes.
No, they're not. Yeah.
Grow a sense of humor. We are making light of tragedy because comedy comes from pain. Lest anyone believe that we endorse Hitler, but we do endorse punching Richard Spencer.
My relatives have died. So many of them. All dead. And that's a good way to end.
Well, guys, this has been an amazing show, as it always is with Molly Densmore. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And,
Thank you.
Showing us your Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Well, Britney, anytime you want.
Please do. And let everyone know where to find you. Well, it's right there on the screen.
I'm at Dolly Mensmore on all the stuff. I just got a Twitter, like the kids, in June. So I am, please follow me on there and on Insta. And I'm technically on TikTok. It's all Dolly Mensmore everywhere.
Dolly Mensmore, technically on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. See everybody tomorrow. I'm Aristotle, Full Throttle, you bro with the know with the fro. And I'll see you tomorrow, I said already. And I have to hang out here for a second because sometimes it doesn't catch the ending of the show. So we'll point.
Ouch.
E.T. phone home.
Ouch.
Ouch. I'll be right here.
Elliot.
Fry.
Ouch.